Hello my friend, this is Phil again and very welcome back to my channel. So in this episode I'm going to show you how to use Unyielding power armor to make yourself a critical heavy gunner build. You can use your heavy guns in the way how the Commando use their rifles. Super long range, super powerful, critical every other shot. Have you ever dreamed of this thing happening? Now Bethesda, make your dream come true. Here is what's the special you can reach without the Unyielding armor. So this build is actually maximizing the strength, the luck, then the agility, and then the intelligence. With all the boosts I can currently have from the mutations from public teams, my luck can only reach 18. That means I cannot do critical every other shot when I'm in power armor. And my perception is only 9. With this kind of stats, you cannot stay in VATS long with your heavy weapon because it's gonna drain your AP very quickly. That means you're going to have to aim manually. It's not going to be easy to always hit the weak point of the mobs, especially when the big bats flying in the sky. And if you cannot stay in VATS, you cannot take advantage of the gunful perk card. Your efficiency going to be significantly lower. Now let me show you what you can achieve on the current PDS with a full set of Unyielding armor. Now here is my critical heavy gunner build. So under strength I have all the heavy gunner perks and a few weight management perks as well as a blocker. I have only 1 point in perception, so I can use concentrated fire level 1. Under endurance I have fireproof, that's a must have if you want to be tanky, and ghoulish as well. Under charisma I have tenderizer to maximize my damage output as well as stringent numbers. Then I have 9 intelligence, which is necessary because you need stabilized to increase your heavy gunner damage output. You need nerve rage to gain the extra damage when your health is under 20%, as well as the 15% AP regen speed. And you definitely need the power user to maximize your fusion core durations because we're gonna stay in that a lot, and that's gonna cost both of your AP points as well as your fusion core. What I found out is this build will drain your fusion core very fast, so you will prefer to have the power user perk always on. Ideally, you can move another 2 points probably from agility to intelligence, so you can encrypt the battery included as well. Will carry a lot of cores. And under agility, adrenaline to boost the damage output as always, and the gunful to take advantage of the extra damage and auto swap of targets when we stay in VATS. It works great with all the heavy guns. And action gear is definitely needed to boost our AP regen speed. Now under luck I have 15 points of luck. The most important thing is critical savvy, the better criticals, and the Grim Reaper's sprint. So we can have critical every other shot and great chance to gain the full AP once we killed any mobs. Very, very important to have this perk card here because the heavy gun crit costs a lot more AP comparing with auto rifles. So if you have the heavy gun which gives you 25% AP cost when critical, that's definitely going to be a bonus for this build. And I have 1 point left, so I give it to Ricochet to give me 6% chance to avoid incoming damage. Now here is my full set of Unyielding armor. They are all 2-star Unyieldings, so the most important thing is the first star. As long as it's Unyielding, then this build will work. Here is my specials. You can see I have 34 luck, 32 agility, 32 intelligence, so it's going to level up really quick. I have 22 perception. That gives you a lot of accuracy in VATS. Now that's my loadout for this critical heavy gunner build. Let me show you how good it is in the combat field. Now here we are in West Tech. We're going to take the Mutant Knights testing subject. I'm using the Blooded Dove 50 cal right now, and I found out this probably is one of the best weapon if you want to use critical heavy gunner build because I have very high single bullet damage and relatively slower fire rate as well as long range, which is very important for the critical build because you want to stay in VATS. You want to save the AP, so the higher the single bullet damage is, the longer you're going to stay in VATS. Yeah, 3 hits I think, maximum 3 hits. I'm actually using critical in VATS, so I can kill them really quick. And wow, that's a long shot. Basically, for that distance, it's good for rifles, but never for heavy guns. But now, you can shoot targets from miles away. Now more mutants. The gunful will significantly improve your accuracy when you VATS. That's one of the main reasons we want gunful to be in our perk deck. Plus, it gives you extra damage as well. Can we? Yeah, we can. From this distance. You cannot do it in the current game because the perception is not high enough without the unyielding power armor support. So here is the dot 50 cal I'm currently using. I have damage of 204, which again is boosted by adrenaline because I just killed a dozen of enemy, and the range is 200. It's pretty good for heavy guns, and if you combine it with the gunful, you can shoot enemies from miles away. On the other hand, the minigun is really not a good candidate, purely because the damage probability is not high enough. That means we're going to do a lot of criticals in a very short period of time, and that drains our AP and the fusion core very fast. The best one should be this dot 50 cal as well as the Gatling plasma. This one have 228 range. It will be great for VATS. And now let's see how good it is against the flying target, which is always a pain for heavy gunners because for manual aiming, you're going to miss a lot of shots. You cannot hit his weak spots as well. We have a very complex situation here. A lot of things shooting at each other. You see, I can use the heavy guns as I'm using the auto rifle. Clear up the trash mobs so easily, which I can never do without this VATS. I think some of the VATS doesn't register in the first few shots. And now he's done. As simple as that. Maybe this build is not as efficient as the Stealth Commando build yet, but it's very close now. The distance between these two are very close. And you see how far away I can hit the targets. I mean, one of the most disadvantages for heavy gunners is when we clear up the trash mobs, we are not as efficient as the commandos. Just think about in those events like Line in the Sands, guided meditations, you have waves of mobs rushing in. The heavy gunner in the current server have to do all the manual aiming. When the target is moving, it's really low efficient comparing with the commandos. It's kind of frustrating. When I was doing the Line of Sands, I cannot tag all the mobs that I want because the commandos pick them out long before I can aim them. But now with this mode, man, you can do exactly the same thing as what the commandos do, with significant increase of damage and accuracy in terms of aiming. This build will be the new meta for all the heavy gunners. But that's all for today. If you liked the video, please give a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. But until next time, Unyielding out.